Hi, this is David Ross. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate a prototype application for a virtual medical office, which I hope will tickle your imagination and hint at how tablet technology might fit into the healthcare space. Let me start by saying that as fun as this video might be, you really need to get down to an Apple store or borrow one of these things and get your hands on it. Touch it, touch the touch screen, play with it. I guarantee you, within just a couple of minutes, you're going to see why they call this a game-changing device. It's absolutely awesome. Let's take a look at the virtual medical office prototype. Username, password, log in. Now, the iPad platform is very flexible. Obviously, you can make these things look however you want. You can add whatever functionality you want. You can really go to town. So view this as one vision amongst many of what something like this might look like. Across the bottom, we've got some buttons. We've got a home button, a patient list button, a patient data button, scheduling button for appointments, and a secure messaging application, and then a directory. The home page here has a summary screen which typically might show things like alerts that have come in, today's patient appointments, today's scheduled events, announcements, and so on. Let's go to the patient tab. The patient tab shows you a list of today's patient appointments, recent patients, in case maybe a list of patients from the past week that a doctor might want to get back to, and then all patients. If we tap one of these patients, for example, Jane Wilson, her patient record will come up with a photo of her. Across the top, there are some tabs that this particular provider decided was important to them. For example, there's a note tab, allergies, labs, pathology, pharmacy, radiology, and visits. In addition to those tabs, the user can also access the admissions, allergies, blood bank, cardiology, document imaging, and a whole host of whatever else might be installed on this system. Then across here, there are a couple of other buttons. The provider can order a prescription, send off a prescription. This can tie into whatever prescription back-end system you might have. Can order a lab test. Possibly the examination can be audio taped. You can record it, and the recording can actually instantly be transcribed and converted to written text, which is very convenient. There's also a photo button. While the iPad doesn't have a built-in camera, what you can do is pair the iPad with an iPhone via wireless Bluetooth, and the iPhone application can take pictures of an examination of a patient, of their broken leg or whatever, and instantly send those pictures to their patient record, which is pretty cool. The tabs across the top give you access to a variety of data depending upon whatever this particular provider wants to get to. For example, here we go to the radiology. We can view x-rays, use the zoom in and zoom out feature on the iPad, move it around, whatever. Go back, view another x-ray, see what's what. You can also go to labs here, for example, and see a variety of reports that have come in. Maybe some of your reports are paper-based, so this handles paper forms that have been scanned in and review the report. Or something like a EKG. You can scroll in, zoom out, and all of that. Each of these tabs has similar applications, and you have a full suite of applications, of course, under your master tab. Basically, this is an electronic medical record that you have access to whatever clinical data or patient visit information you've made available to your online system. One of the other possible applications is, of course, scheduling. If you want to include a appointment calendar or activity calendar, which allows physicians to see all patients, all appointments, or you can see appointments for one specific physician. You can look by the day, by the week, by the month. All of this can tie back into your back-end appointment system. One of the other common applications would be a messaging application, of course, that would tie into your secure messaging system on the back end. This would give the provider easy access to review, reply, respond, and deal with their messaging. Easy. Let me say a few words about the technical back end of how this prototype works. Like most applications that deal with sensitive data, you probably aren't going to want to store patient records or that data on especially a mobile device. You're not going to want people stealing or losing these devices and having that data walk out the door. So what this does is basically serve as a window into data that's stored on your other back-end systems. This particular prototype is designed to piggyback on top of an existing EMR system that you might use. If your EMR system is web-enabled, probably you've got the interfaces that can be wired up to this type of thing fairly easily. If you've got an existing web-based system, you've done the heavy lifting, the interfaces are built. Building something like this on top of it is a fairly easy thing to do. So let me finish by summarizing a few of the features of this mobile technology platform that I think make it especially perfect for something like the healthcare industry. Number one, it's an instant on device. Turn it on, turn it off with the click of a button. It instantly comes on. You're not waiting 5 minutes for your laptop to boot up. That makes it a very practical thing to carry around and interact with on a second's notice. Size will make it. Secondly, it's portable. Small enough to carry around, works anywhere, in your car, on the golf course, in your different offices, in different hospitals, wherever you are, it works. Instant access to your healthcare applications. Thirdly, this is not a one-trick pony. In addition to running all of your healthcare applications that might be specifically designed for your healthcare daily activities, you of course also have access to all of your email, a web browser which gives you full-page viewing of your web experience. Plus you've got access to a zillion other applications that can be useful in your day-to-day business activities. Things like WebEx, reading your research material, or things like online magazines, medical documentation or whatnot, and of course Google, and of course it will play music for you. And fourthly, I think that probably the most exciting feature of all of this is the touchscreen technology. The fact that the people that have designed this have succeeded in removing the mouse, the keyboard, and pretty much every other technical hurdle that stands between the user and what they really want to do with their data or their computer applications. If you sit and play with this touchscreen stuff for any length of time, I guarantee you'll come away wowed at exactly what you can do with it.